Hi, it's Maria. Happy Monday and welcome to the Dressing Gown Diaries. So, what's going on at the moment? And it's actually been going on for a couple of weeks. And I didn't mention it the last time, but it's been there because I suppose last time around I thought this was just something that was happening to me in the last Dressing Gown Diaries. But now I realise that this is something that an awful lot of people are feeling at the moment, and that's like complete overwhelm. So, the week before last, before I made the video about just ticking the boxes just to get through stuff, I was already feeling completely overwhelmed, and I got to the point where I made a massive plan for 4 weeks and renegotiated an awful lot of deadlines that I could renegotiate, and started to give myself a bit more space. But straight away last week, what I did with this new sort of feeling of having a little bit more space, I started saying yes to things all over again. And I went straight back into complete overwhelm, which has been really uncomfortable. But I also started to realize in a few conversations that I had that I wasn't the only one, that loads and loads of people are feeling really overwhelmed. And the more I sat with it, what I realized was, certainly in my case, and maybe this will resonate with you as well, is that what I've done since lockdown is that I've literally transferred the busyness I had in my day to day life, which had some techno parts in it. I've completely transferred that busyness onto Zoom, more or less. No disrespect to Zoom, but I'm going to say Zoom when I suppose Zoom is a bit like Electrolux and Hoover, isn't it? It's like it's become the term for all our online meetings, no matter what the platform is. And it's a great platform, but the thing about it is, if you're actually in a physical meeting, there's some chit chat, there's some coffees coming in, there's toilet breaks, and I just find sometimes, you know, at least when you had driving time, you had a bit of headspace for yourself. You had some time between meetings, but I found is a combination of the mountain of actionable things that was growing on my kitchen table. And then this never ending, you have got to go to this on Zoom, or you've got to then catch up on this on Zoom, or also all the training is like, certainly for what I'm doing, I need to learn everything. They're all videos, I know, and like even me making this video, I'm kind of going, isn't this going against the point? Because everybody's just literally, I think it's like, for me, it's techno overwhelm. So what I've realized is that we just, well, certainly I can't keep going the way I'm going. I can't keep going at the pace I went at before. And so, I certainly know I have to make new timelines. So, where I gave myself a week before to get something done, I now need to give myself 2 weeks, because I need to make sure that I put the gaps in between to balance everything out. So that's kind of led on to something else that I want to include for the next few weeks, and I'm not sure how long it's going to go on for. But in the same way that for 8 weeks there we had the reflections on lockdown, this new piece is called "Supporting Myself to Create My New Life." Because I think that's what we need to do. Like, life as we knew before is never going to be the same again, and we really need to rethink it all. And a lot of this stuff has been at the back of my head for several years now. That sense that I needed to start growing my own vegetables. And what I've really come to realize in the last week is that, if we're on the techno, way more, then we have to rebalance that by being connected to the earth way more as well, to keep the balance. So, and I think, growing things, it's not just, it's getting your hands in the microbes, it's the connection to the earth. And then it's that fabulous feeling of having grown your own food. And also, I know from the Celestine prophecy, if you're sending all the good vibes to things, and my granny was an amazing gardener, she could make anything grow. But I think that's because she just was so connected to the plants. So if you put all your good energy into the plants, what you eat, then all that good energy is going back into you as well. So our first question this week then is going to be, what do I need to do to support my body, so my physical health? And I'll have that question below this video for you. But do think about like good food, and you know, also, do you need supplements? Also, you know, you need to get enough rest, and that might be having cat naps during the day as well, or your meditation. Then also think about the fluids, making sure you're getting plenty of water. But is it time to decrease the caffeine and the alcohol? And that's a question for yourself. And then the other thing I have on the list here is to consider growing your own. So they're just my thoughts for this week. And as usual, I'm going to grab a card here, and let's see what is here to support us for the week ahead. So love heals everything. And I know I always say, if it doesn't work the first time, double the dose. Because you're not going to OD on love. At least I don't think so. Not the healthy kind of love, anyway. And then, very important, you know, smile and spread the happy. So I don't know about you, but I know that when somebody smiles at you, you can't help smile back, and it definitely fills your heart up. So the more we can smile, and you know, if somebody else isn't smiling, maybe give them one of yours. Isn't it? Spike Milligan has that lovely poem about the smile. So look, that's it for me for this week. If you're going to do our you know, questions on supporting yourself in creating your new life, I do suggest you journal them all together, as I did with the reflections on lockdown questions, because we'll be dipping in and out, and I don't know, I know there are 3 questions so far, but I don't know how long these questions are going to go on for. So look, have a fab week and mind yourself. Mind you first before you mind anybody else. Yes, the air hostess and the oxygen masks come into mind as usual, and it's so easy to give that advice to everybody else and to see where everybody else needs to do it, but I know myself it's much harder to actually take the advice and put it into action. But the fact is, at the moment, if we don't start looking after ourselves, it's going to get uncomfortable. So have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in another video again soon. Bye.